A very good evening and welcome to State of Business, our television's prime-time business news bulletin. I'm Madhusha Thawapalakumar. Let's take a look at the headlines first. May Day celebrations to be held on May 7. Debate on no-confidence motion against Prime Minister set for 4th April. Now the stories in detail. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe chaired the District Secretaries' Conference held in Colombo last evening. During the meeting, the District Secretaries briefed the Premier on the progress of development programs. Meanwhile, addressing the meeting, Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe stated that the Cabinet has decided to postpone May Day rallies and meetings from May 1st to May 7th, taking into the consideration of the Vesak week, which coincides with the International Workers' Day. Premier noted that this decision has been taken after considering the request made by the Mahasangha and necessary steps will be taken under the guidance and advice of the Mahasangha to commemorate the Vesak week on a grand scale.
අද අපි ඇමති මණ්ඩලයේ තවත් තීරණයක් අරගත්තා. පළවෙනිදා තියෙන මැයි දිනේ කල් දාන්න. අපේ මහානායක ස්වාමීන් වහන්සේ 4 නම ඉල්ලීමක් කළා තිබුණා. වෙසක් පොය දිනේ ඉඳන් සතියක් වෙසක් වැඩ කටයුතු සඳහා වෙන් කරන්නට කියලා. ඒ නිසා අපි තීරණය කරා මැයි දිනය මැයි 7 වෙනිදා පවත්වන්න. මැයි 1 වෙනිදා නිවාඩු දිනයක් හැටියට සලකන්නේ නැහැ. වැඩ කර දිනයකුත් මැයි 7 වෙනිදා නිවාඩු දිනයක් හැටියට සැලකලා එදාට මැයි දිනේ පවත්වනවා. ඒ සඳහා අපේ කම්කරු ඇමතිතුමා ඒ වෘත්තීය සමිති සමග සාකච්ඡා කරන්නට බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා.
Speaking to the media on the no-confidence motion against Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe, Cabinet spokesperson Gayantha Karunatilaka noted that the debate regarding the no-confidence motion against the Prime Minister is scheduled to be held on the 4th of April. Minister Karunatilaka further noted that following the vote on the no-confidence motion, the party will undergo refurbishment.
ඉතාම පැහැදිලිව ඒකමතිකවම හැමදෙනාම තීරණය කරා මේකට අපි මුණ දෙන්න හැටි. ඒ වගේම අත්සන් කළත් බොහෝ දෙනෙක් මේ වෙනකොට දීලා තිනවා මේකට විරුද්ධ වෙනවා කියලා. අපේ කෘත්‍යාධිකාරී මණ්ඩලයේ හෙට රැස් වෙනවා. එතෙන්දිත් තීරණයක් එනවා විශ්වාස භංගය සම්බන්ධයෙන් පක්ෂයක් හැටියට ගන්න ඕන තීරණය. අපි 4 වෙනිදා විශ්වාස භංගයනේ අපිට ඉස්සෙල්ලම තියෙන මුණ දෙන්න. ඒක 4 වෙනිදාට මුණ දීලා 5 වෙනිදා ඉඳලා අපි පක්ෂයේ ප්‍රතිසංවිධානය ආරම්භ කරනවා.
Addressing the weekly cabinet media briefing, co-cabinet spokesperson Dr. Rajitha Seenaratne confirmed that former Sri Lankan ambassador to Russia, Udayanga Weerathunga, was arrested by Dubai authorities on Monday. When questioned regarding the voiding of the Economic Management Committee headed by Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe, Minister Seenaratne also made the following remarks.
ආර්ථික කමිටුව ඒක අයින් කරලා වෙනම අනුකාරක සභාවක් පත් කරන්න කැබිනට් අනුකාරක සභාවක් වශයෙන් ක්‍රියා කරන්න තියුණා. එතකොට අගමැතිතුමා ඉල්ලීමක් කරා සති දෙකක් දෙන්නේ අනුකාරක සභාවේ ව්‍යුහය. කවුද මේකට අඩංගු වෙන්න ඕනේ, කොයි විදිහටද මේක ක්‍රියාත්මක කරන්න කියලා ඒක සඳහා වෙන්න. ඒතකොට ජනාධිපතිතුමා ඒක අවබෝධ කරගත්තේ මේක අර යෝජනාවයි. එතකොට පැහැදිලි කරලා කිව්වා අගමැතිතුමා ඒක නෙවෙයි. මෙන්න මේ අනුකාරක සභාව පත් කිරීමට සති දෙකක් කාලයක් දෙන්න. එතකොට ඒ අනුකාරක සභාව පත් කරන්නම් කියලා.
Let's take a look at more news after this short break. Welcome back. The Civil Society Organization today objected to the Voluntary Social Services Act proposed by the government, describing it as an attempt to restrict the space for civil society to operate. Speaking at the press conference, Dr. Pakiyasodi Saravanamuthu, Executive Director for the Center for Policy Alternatives, expressed the following views in this regard.
As you know, the Cabinet endorsed a paper calling for amendments to the Voluntary Social Service Act. We have seen that, and civil society has been, across the board, genuinely shocked and stunned that such a cabinet paper could be presented and endorsed by this government, or indeed any government. The effect of the cabinet paper was to consider legislation that was so extensive and comprehensive in terms of all civil society actors, as well as consolidate in one place all the restrictions and regulations that were to be placed on civil society's space to operate. This would have had a chilling effect on civil society and would run completely contrary to the promises and commitments made by this government with respect to governance. Our opposition is firmly grounded in the protection and strengthening of the freedom of association. And this is what we conveyed to the Prime Minister and to the Minister Mano Ganeshan yesterday, and we appreciate the fact that they conceded that this was not the way to go. There was no consultation. The contents are quite draconian. The ambit is quite extensive. And therefore, they gave us a commitment that no legislation would be based on the contents of this cabinet paper. We agreed, therefore, to meet with them. A committee would be formed of 7 people to meet with them to discuss and explore the need for any further regulation. In fact, if there is a need for legislative amendment, it is a need for legislative amendment to strengthen freedom of association rather than restrict it in the way that is identified in this cabinet paper. We will go into discussion with them to explore the need for any further legislative amendment, and hopefully, as a consequence of that process, a consultative process, we will end up with a regime for civil society actors which will place the freedom of association first and foremost.
Let's take a look at stocks after this break. Welcome back. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on a mixed note today. The all-share price index dropped 0.23 points to close at 6,440.20, and the S&P SL 20 gained by 4.50 points to close at 3,639.52. The turnover was 13.3 billion rupees and 162.4 million shares were traded. Up next is Forex rates. With that, we are wrapping up State of Business for the day. We'll meet you tomorrow at the same time with more latest news. Until then, take care. Good night.